one-way systems around sites, introducing temperature checking, realigning our offices to ensure 2-meter distancing where it was necessary, and also obviously SureTrace in terms of our contact tracing solution were the kind of overarching decisions that the business made to protect our workplaces and our colleagues. And then it was just a matter of, I suppose, looking at those further in a very site-specific manner. So, one-way systems mightn't be as easy to introduce to every site depending on layout and structures. But what we did very much see is, regardless of where they were being introduced, we would have done some surveys early on and some pilots when we were rolling out, in particular, the contact tracing solution. And the same messaging was coming back from colleagues that it absolutely increased their levels of feeling safe in the workplace. It absolutely increased their levels of comfort in ensuring they were able to enforce the 2-meter distancing, like you said, Kenneth, without having to make it awkward or an issue when devices are actually physically alerting people. And that really stood to the business's response to the pandemic. And I think that would be the same for any business. Wherever these measures are being introduced, they will only serve to protect, our people and our business. And it's just a matter of communicating effectively, the benefits of these measures to our people. Early on, when we were running our partner-based contact tracing and how the view to moving to a digital solution came about was, we did undertake a what if scenario, and what if, we had case X and, just ran a scenario where we had to do effective contact tracing, over the 72 hours prior. And 3 days in, by trying to rely on multiple systems, clock machines, badge swipes, actual manual records, CCTV, the list was starting to get pretty comprehensive in terms of just how much would need to go into one single effort to contact trace. And that really provided the foundation to look to a digital solution. And when you can compare that to a report in 10 seconds, that will give you a list of not only primary contacts, but you can then go further to identify secondary contacts of someone who was a close contact of the original case. It just, it says so much to the solution and the protections it provides to the business. And similarly, you think about what the net effect could be if a case happened that couldn't actually be, contained or traced confidently. And the net effect of that with, business operations that have to maintain is contacts could be multiple and could, in essence, shut down entire departments or shifts. And that is just not an option for a viable business who has so many frontline businesses to support in what we do. So those in themselves were absolutely, the foundations to do it, and more than justified the return on investment that was needed to make the solution happen.